TV23 KDGL. Covering the High Plains with news, weather, and information. From TV23 Studios in Sublet, this is High Plains Today.
Hi, everybody. It is Monday, November 9th, 2015. Welcome to High Plains Today on TV23. Hey, on today's show, I'll be joined by Nancy Honig. She is with the K-State Extension Service in Hugoton. Megan Newlon and Rebecca Johnson. They are both members of the Cloverleaf Cowboys 4-H Club. We're going to talk about some 4-H stuff today. Now let's take a look at some of the happenings out there. An accident at 3:30 Sunday morning has claimed the life of a 22-year-old man from Leota. State troopers report Blake Nicholson of Leota was the passenger in a Dodge Ram truck when the driver, identified as 24-year-old Michael Beaver of Scott City, missed the turn on Wichita County Road 18 and Adobe Road, 20 miles north of Leota. In attempts to overcorrect, the truck went into a ditch and flipped over. Nicholson died at the scene. Beaver and another passenger, 23-year-old Lauren Apperson of Scott City, were taken to the Wichita County Health Center. One of two Garden City men accused of killing a man April 19th at the East Garden Village Mobile Home Park backed out of a plea deal during the summer that would have dismissed the murder charge and 3 other charges against him. 33-year-old Jeffrey Rigdon and 32-year-old Michael Eugene George Jr. are charged with first-degree murder in the shooting death of Carlton Wachter of Garden City. It is unclear exactly when Rigdon rejected the plea deal, but in August court hearing, District Judge Robert Frederick delayed Rigdon's preliminary hearing to October 30th, meaning that the plea deal that Rigdon signed in July had at that time been rejected. Tyrone, Oklahoma's police chief, has been placed on administrative leave with a pay after a brief pay. All right, we're going to start this over. He has been relieved, but he is suspended with pay after a brief discussion at a city council meeting last Monday. Mayor Mary Lloyd Judd Parker gave no details concerning the future of Jerry Schroeder's time with the Tyrone Police Department, only stating that the town is not looking for a new police chief at this time and that Schroeder's leave was until further notice. Schroeder was arrested recently both in Texas County and Seward County on charges relating to an alleged relationship he had with Jamie Worsham, who was supposedly a dealer and distributor of methamphetamine. The Finney County Sheriff's Office is looking into a new scam that originated last Friday. The Sheriff's Office received 2 reports Friday about a scam in which a caller identifies himself as a warrants deputy and says the call is in reference to a missed court date or a warrant. The caller asks for money to take care of the matter. Now, if you receive a call from someone requesting money for something similar to this, or they claim you have won a sweepstakes or lottery and funds will be released after money is sent to them, contact local law enforcement because most likely it is a scam. Despite a recommendation from the state budget director for school officials not to travel to Topeka Monday to take their cases for emergency state aid, superintendents still plan to do just that. Now, superintendents from 17 districts in the state are seeking emergency aid for large drops in property valuations in 2015. A message to superintendents earlier last week from the Kansas State Department of Education on behalf of the Division of Budget suggested districts wait until next year to submit applications for emergency aid because this year's budgets are already set and the aid could not be used to affect mill levies this year. And while the Kansas Supreme Court weighs arguments about whether public schools are underfunded, property taxes are expected to increase this year for patrons of most Kansas school districts. Now, last year, after an influx of court-ordered aid to schools, homeowners in most of the state's districts saw their bills for supporting schools shrink. The average drop in property taxes among 286 school districts was 2 mills. This year's preliminary data from the Kansas State Department of Education indicate the average rate is expected to pop back up by 1.8 mills. Now, on why property taxes are increasing, some point to controversial changes to the state's financing of K-12, and some in western Kansas say the oil and gas industry has been a key factor. And that's a look at me stumbling through some of the news. Stick around. I'll be back with kind of a blustery forecast after this.
You're watching High Plains Today on TV23 with host Chris Jewell. TV23's internet service and 4G live streaming provided by United Wireless. Coverage you deserve. Service you expect. United Wireless.
You want to feel connected, informed, included, inspired. So when important things happen, we're here. Your local TV and radio broadcasters. America's #1 source for news, weather, and information. On every screen in your life. We are broadcasters, always here for you, wherever here may be. Text TV to 52886. Tell Washington local stations matter.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at energysavers.gov.
Now, the local weather forecast for the High Plains.
As we look up to the northeast on the TV23 tower cam, it is a nice day out there, but don't be fooled. Winter is coming. I know. Snow. There it is, that four-letter word. Doesn't look too bad looking out on the TV23 tower cam. Let's take a look at the readings here at the station. 55 degrees, relative humidity 62%. Winds are out of the south-southwest at 15. Barometric pressure is falling. As we take a look at the temps around, everybody pretty much in the 50s, Perryton in the 60s. Look at that, 39 out at Lamar. I don't know, but I know there is a cold front that's coming down here. It's going to be sliding in come tomorrow night, so get ready. Looking at our current dew points, everybody is pretty much in the 30s except for Perryton at 43. Winds are out of the south-southwest pretty much everywhere. Perryton at 18, Dodge City at 20, everybody else except for Garden City at 21, everybody else in the teens. As we look at the highs and lows as recorded at the Garden City Municipal Airport, yesterday's high was 61, 91 back in 1980, 34 the overnight low, 15 back in 1955. No measurable precip in the bucket. As we look at the forecast for today, 63 degrees, winds are going to be out of the south at 16, 41 overnight, winds are out of the south-southeast, shifting around to the west-southwest. Tomorrow, going to be our last really nice day for a while, 71 and sunny. Winds are going to be out of the west-southwest at about 14 tomorrow night, 45. South winds at 20. They're going to shift around straight out of the west, and then here it comes. Looking at the 7-day, you can see we got 50 degrees on Wednesday. Northwest part of the state is looking at maybe some snow. Yeah, it's not going to be too bad, though. Lows are going to be in the 30s and upper 20s, lower 30s. Highs in the 50s and 60s. That's a look at the weather. Be back with the markets after this. Hi, I'm Chris Jewell, host of High Plains Today, a 30-minute news and information program that airs at noon weekdays right here on TV23. Hey, do you think you have an idea for something that would make a great segment? Somebody that would make a great interview? What about a community event that needs highlighting? Let us know here at the station. Email us news@kdgltv.com.
This is the place. Are you tired of worrying about going over your cell phone data cap? Tired of surprise bills and text messages asking for more money? Stop the insanity. Switch to unlimited nationwide data from United Wireless. Switching is easy. Come in today and see for yourself. For a limited time, get free activation, up to $200 per line bill credit, and save on the latest smartphones. See how much you can save with unlimited nationwide data from United Wireless. See store for details.
Traditional light bulbs actually generate 9 times more heat than light. Switch to Energy Star light bulbs, and you'll realize just how much cash you were really burning through. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at energysavers.gov.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Clean kitchen surfaces, utensils, and hands with soapy water. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
And welcome back. Hey, look at that. We got a full set. That's Nancy Honig. She is with the K-State Extension Service. She is the county extension agent for Stevens County in Hugoton. Megan Newlon and Rebecca Johnson, they are both members of the Cloverleaf Cowboys. I get that right, ladies?
Yes. Yep.
All right. Did I get yours right?
You got me right.
Okay.
Perfect.
I got K-State in there. You
That's
were
the
worried
important
about
part.
that. That was the important thing,
The important
right?
part. Who do I work for?
Get the purple in there. Okay. All right. Well, we'll get back to you. We're going to talk to these two first. All right, ladies. Now, you're both members of the Cloverleaf Cowboys 4-H Club. How long have you both been in 4-H? Megan?
We've both been in 4-H for 9 years.
9 years. Wow. That's good. You also, Rebecca, okay. So we were talking a little bit before we came back on the air, though. You are both, now you're an officer in the Cloverleaf Cowboys, correct?
Yes, I'm a parliamentarian.
All right, what's a parliamentarian do?
We make sure that the procedures of the club stay on track, and we make sure that the club stays in order, and that all the motions and those kind of things are being conducted properly.
Do you ever have to get after anybody?
Yes.
Do you? Do you say, "Shh, that's wrong"?
Yeah.
You get right after them?
Mostly because the president's my sister. So,
So you're getting after her when you're getting after somebody? Not usually one of the other members, right?
most of the time.
Yeah, okay, all right. Megan, and you are on the count. Help me here. You're on a council.
I'm the council representative from the Cloverleaf Cowboys Club.
And that meets with all the other clubs in Stevens County?
We go to, there's about a monthly meeting, but sometimes there isn't one. There is 2 representatives from each club of the county, and also the president is required to go to these meetings, and we discuss a lot of things that go across the entire county, some financial things or anything that all the clubs would be involved with.
Okay, and so how many clubs are there in Stevens County?
There are 5.
5. That's pretty good. That's really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
And you were saying, Nancy, there's what, 110
Yeah, we have
kids?
about 110 4-Hers in Stevens County.
That's really, really good.
Yeah. We've kept really strong numbers. We do well with constantly having new ones come in.
Mm-hmm.
After we graduate some every year, but we have good, really good retention.
Now, are most of the kids that are involved in 4-H in Stevens County, are they rural kids, or do you have some kids that are inside the city limits?
Absolutely not. They're definitely not all rural kids. We have a lot of kids that are within the county or within the city of Hugoton or the city of Moscow, because there's a lot of projects out there that have nothing to do with livestock or those type of things. There's a lot of other projects.
Really? It's been a long time since I was in 4-H, believe it or not, but that's been a day or two ago. I can remember the pledge, though. Pledge my head to clear thinking, my heart to greater loyalty, hands to larger service, my health to better living, for my club, my community, my country, and my world. How about you?
Perfect.
Yeah, it's probably been 40 years since I had to recite that, or more. So you're both rural. You both live in the country.
Yes.
All right. Rebecca, what kind of projects do you have?
I have horses and goats. I also show beef, and I have poultry, but I'm also involved in clothing and foods and projects like leadership and citizenship.
When do you find time for anything else?
The fact that I have so many projects has made me be able to multitask a lot, or has made me better at scheduling things. So the more active I am, I find that I get more things done.
Well, good for you. All right, Megan, how about you? I know you have horses. That's about it.
Yeah, I show a lot of livestock, like sheep, and I also show beef and swine. But I'm also in other projects like photography and leadership and citizenship.
Leadership, okay. Tell me about leadership and citizenship. There's one of those that you don't have to be rural on.
Exactly.
These 2 projects, they're really broad because anyone can do them, and it also, there's a ton of things you can do. Like there's different state events that you can do that can help you with those projects, and you can. Those 2 projects have probably taught me the most about life skills in 4-H, because you can go to a ton of different events that can teach you the different leadership skills.
So, all right, we'll start with you while we're talking to you, Megan. What is your most favorite thing about 4-H?
My favorite thing about 4-H is just being able to meet a ton of different people and have those different friends all across the state of Kansas.
Cool. Rebecca? Now you can't steal her answer.
Okay. Definitely when I was younger, it was only about my friends, hanging out with them. But as I've grown older, I've realized how much more life skills it's given me and how broad it's given my chances at what I have to do in life. I have so many opportunities, and I love the life skills that it's taught me.
Okay. So are either one of you involved at the state level? I mean, state fair, anything like that?
Yes, we both are. We both show horses at state fair, and I've also shown sheep at state fair.
How good a time is that, going to the state fair?
It's really fun.
It is our favorite time of year besides county fair.
Yeah.
All right. When we used to go to the state fair, I grew up in Iowa. We used to go to the state fair in Des Moines. Butter cow, you know.
Yeah.
And
We have it too.
you used to have to sleep. We used to get to sleep in the barn. You sleep in the barn while you're at the state fair?
You can, but we
You don't want to, though, do
No.
you?
No.
No, that's probably more of a guy thing, maybe.
I used to as a kid.
Yeah. You guys are missing out. You need to sleep in the barn. You know, it sounds like you two are both really, really involved, and that's a good deal. That's kind of exciting. What else? Now, what do you got coming up, Nancy, that's the big things for
For the kids.
for all 110 of them?
Well,
you got a bunch.
Yeah, right now the big thing is we're still in the process of enrollment. This is the time of year where we kind of start our new 4-H year. Technically starts the 1st of October, but now is the perfect time to enroll in 4-H and get started in 4-H. Because clubs are just kind of starting to meet, projects are just kind of getting started. So, you know, throughout any of the counties around here, people are interested. Now is a great time to kind of start with new clubs. They just finished kind of the big end of the year where they finished up their record books and sent those all in.
Oh, yeah.
We had our big achievement banquet a couple of weeks ago where they kind of got those rewards for all that work that they're doing. So we're kind of just restarting the year over again. You know.
So when you talk about projects and getting ready to do all these projects and stuff, I mean, what kind of projects are we talking about?
There's so many varieties of ones, and in some areas, and depending on the counties and the volunteers you have, some of them you have project leaders, which will teach, you know, maybe foods or clothing or some things like that. Others is kind of information we provide, but the kids kind of do on their own. But there's everything from shooting sports is one of our most popular. That we've got kids that can, you know, start from age 8 on up into shooting sports.
Really? Age 8? Wow.
And they do everything from, you know, BB gun to up to shotguns, you know, so that's a very popular one. We have a lot of different ones. It can be something as simple as reading. You know, if you're interested in a reading project or a knitting project or, like I said, rabbits is another really popular one in our county. We have a rabbit leader who does a lot of meetings and things like that.
You guys got rabbits?
No.
No, but I've actually done the rabbit project before a couple
that
years
doesn't
ago.
surprise me.
And with the horses, like they said, both those girls like to do horses, but we also have a horseless horse project. So even if you don't own a horse, you can still learn about horses and things like that. Our project leader we have in that also does throughout the winter time right now. She's meeting with the kids weekly to stay for the horse panorama, which will be in January. And they will go, and it's like Quiz Bowl about horsing, about horses. So they'll learn all kinds of information about the horses. And
They may not have one, but they'll know about them.
Right, right. So someone that's interested in horses, you don't have to own one, but you can still have that as part of your project.
Ladies, thanks for coming in today. You know what the biggest thing I've learned today? And this is really surprising. You know, you used to think the big misnomer is 4-H. It's for kids who live in the country. It's for farm kids, ranch kids. It's really not, is it?
No.
No. I mean, because you just outlined a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah. There's lots of things
Wow.
you can do that have nothing to do with living on a farm.
Yeah. Ladies, thanks for taking the time today. Coming all the way over to Sublette from Hugoton. I know it was a big drive for you.
Yeah. They got to get out of school. So
Yeah, okay. You're going back this afternoon, though. I'm just telling
Yeah.
you. All right. Hey, and if you guys get any other cool stuff, you need to let me know so you can come back and we'll talk about it. Yep, 4-H. It's just not for farm kids anymore. All right. Thanks, guys. And stick around. I'll be back with some sports after this.
You want to feel connected, informed, included, inspired. So when important things happen, we're here. Your local TV and radio broadcasters. America's #1 source for news, weather, and information. On every screen in your life. We are broadcasters. Always here for you, wherever here may be. Text TV to 52886. Tell Washington local stations matter.
Separate raw meats from other foods by using different cutting boards. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
And welcome back. Hey, there was a little bit of high school football over the weekend. 4A, Abilene beat Ulysses 43-38. Hey, Hugoton still in. They beat Colby 20-14. Holcomb over Concordia 48-0. And 3A, Norton, they beat Scott City 28-24. Syracuse, they lost to Oakley. And Meade beat Ellis 42-14. In 8-man on Saturday, Mineola lost to Victoria 48-0. And Sharon Springs, they beat Ingalls 74-58. Well, in NFL news, Sam Bradford's 48-yard strike to Jordan Matthews in overtime clinched a 33-27 win for the Eagles over the Cowboys in a frantic finish last night. And the Carolina Panthers said they would prefer not to go to Lambeau Field in the NFC playoffs. They might not need to. Cam Newton threw 3 touchdown passes and ran for another score, and the Panthers took an important step towards securing home field advantage. They are undefeated. How about that? They beat the Packers 37-29. Well, let's take a look at our weather before we get out of here today. Temperature is 56 degrees, relative humidity 61%, winds are out of the south at 9. Barometric pressure is falling. Looking at the 7-day, 63 today, 71 tomorrow. Then it's going to cool off. There is a 20% chance of precipitation on Wednesday, 50 for the high. Then we're going to stay in the 50s until, about the weekend. Lows are going to be in the upper 20s, lower 30s. Go out and make it a great day, everybody. You want to see us, call your cable operator. See you tomorrow.
Keep up to date with the latest information from TV23 on our Facebook page, KDGL TV.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1,000,000. For free tips to help you save, go to feedthepig.